Peace. What's going on, everybody, man? I'm gonna give y'all a chance to scroll on in here before I dive into the topic for today, man. Got a little sermon. I feel like preaching, as they say, man. I got some things I need to get off my chest in regards to motivation and inspiration. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to tune in and tap in. Unprecedented, unexpected in regards to me going on this early, but it is what it is, man. When I get that vibe, when I get that feeling, man, I just go ahead and tap in. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to tune in, man. Join me this Thursday morning, man, for the sermon of the day. It's the sermon of the day, man. I'm feeling real inspirational. Maurice, peace. What's going on with you? How you living? How you holding up, man? I'm feeling real inspirational, real motivational today, and I want to just pass along that energy. Hopefully, it inspires and encourages you to do what you need to do in order to elevate and succeed. Antoinette, peace, queen. What's going on with you? How you living? How you maintaining? How you holding up? We gotta get that motivational energy going today, man. We gotta get that motivational energy going today. Sweet Tea, peace. What's going on with you? How you living? How you feeling? How you holding up? We gotta get that motivational energy going. Maurice, appreciate that, fam. Appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in and tapping in with your boy. But I'm starting to see too many people making excuses, man, and I'm not a fan of excuses. Got too many people making excuses out here, man, in regards to their current circumstance or situation in life. There you go, Antoinette. We want to keep that feeling going. Want to keep elevating. But I'm seeing a lot of people, man, making too many excuses in regards to the circumstances and situation in life, man. And one of the things that I'm finding as the common denominator in regards to why a lot of people are not elevating as they feel like they should is because they're afraid to make sacrifices. They're afraid to make sacrifices. Listen, you got to put in the time now to free up your time later. But if you're not willing to put in the time now, then you will not free up the time later. You will have to put in more time. You have to put in more time later. So you got to be willing to put in the time now in order to free up the time in the future. But we not willing to put in the time now, then we complain about our circumstances and situation. We sitting around being lazy. How can you be lazy and then expect for things to change? That's not how that works. Listen, I know about the power of thoughts and manifestation and things of that nature. But all this, like, you can think all the positive thoughts that you want. If you're not willing to put in any type of work, then nothing will come your way. You got to be willing to put in that time, energy, and that effort. RB, peace, what's going on? And to counter when you get discouraged, again, the main thing that I like to harp on when it comes to being discouraged, not feeling that inspiration, is you got to figure out your why. Why is it that you need to be successful? Like, why do you need to be successful? Why do you get up every morning and do what you need to do? Everybody has a why. Montel, peace, what's going on? You have to figure out that why. Once you figure out that why, write it down, put it on the index card, and keep it on you at all times. So anytime you're feeling discouraged, pull out that index card and read your why. Once you read that why, that energy will leave. Once you look at that why, once you pull out that index card that's letting you know why you need to be successful, why you need to get up and go do what you need to do, all that bad energy is going to leave. But you got to figure out your why. When you figure out that why, you got to write it down. You got to keep it on you. So anytime you feel that motivation declining, pull out that index card. Pull out that why. Read that why several times. That why should serve as a constant reminder in regards to why you need to stop making excuses, man, and get on your grind. Keep it pushing. Things ain't gonna come to you easy. If everything came to everyone easy, then everybody's circumstances would be a lot different. So we gotta stop looking. We in that microwave generation. We want everything to come to us easily. That's not how that works, man. That's not how that works. Greatness takes time, man, but you got to be willing to put in that time. Just like they say, you got to spend money in order to make the money. The same goes with time, man. You got to spend that time in order to free up that time in that future. And a lot of people, they get too lazy, man. But we not lazy enough to complain. No problem, RB. No problem. So we got all this time when it comes to starting a business, when it comes to taking care of our health, when it comes to reading, when it comes to doing things that will improve upon self, We got a million different excuses and reasons as to why we can't do it. One of the main excuses that people tend to utilize is lack of time. I don't have time to take care of my health. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to start a business. But we got time to sit up on social media and things like that and complain? Come on. You got time to complain. You got time to cry on social media, but you don't have time to write out a business plan. You don't have time to work out. You don't have time to read. Find that hard to believe. I find that hard to believe. You got to be willing to sacrifice that time that you spend in complaining in order to, you got to substitute that for some productive things. So that's crazy. A lot of us are not willing to sacrifice that time that we spend complaining. Sacrifice that time, that 30 minutes a day that you spend complaining and scrolling down social media. That could be 30 minutes a day that you utilize constructing a business plan to free you from your corporate situation that you're not too fond of. Complaining about that corporate situation, complaining about your job ain't gonna change the job. That job is going to be the same way each and every day. Once you accept it in your mind that you don't like this job, perspective is everything. It's time for you to free yourself from this job. But you're not going to free yourself from the job if you complain about the job constantly. If anything, that's just going to make matters worse. Complaining has never freed anyone. Go find me an example in history where complaining has freed anyone. Go find me someone who has changed their life around by complaining. Craig Smith, man, what's going on with your family? RB, most definitely. You got to prioritize everything, man. You got to prioritize your mental health and things of that nature, your physical health. You got to prioritize all of that. Antoinette, that's correct, man. I know, and a lot of people, I know a lot of examples like that, man, where they neglected taking care of their physical health and even their mental health. And they had to pay the price for that. Had to pay the price for that. We can't neglect that. We can't neglect that. Like your body is a temple. It deserves your time and attention. It needs your time and attention in order for it to do what it needs to do, in order for it to give you that optimal state of health. But it needs your time and attention, and we neglect the physical health, we neglect the mental and the brain health. We got to stop neglecting it. We got to stop neglecting that physical and that mental. Got to stop doing all of that. So again, we got to be willing to make some sacrifices, man. You got to be willing to take some L's. I know a lot of people don't like the word L, don't like the word loss, but man, at the end of the day, like that's part of the build and destroy that we talking about, man. Your greatest victory is going to come after some of your hardest losses. So what would you be in life without L's, man? Losses ain't, man, look, listen. Losses are not a negative. Losses are not a negative. I don't know why a lot of people view a loss as a negative. I don't take losses, only lessons and things of that nature. Man, I take losses and lessons. Subtraction is great sometimes, man. An L is great. An L is necessary. If I lost something, it wasn't meant for me to have it. That's the lesson to be learned in that loss. So I don't know. Hey, I embrace L's. I embrace losses. Again, I embrace it because that's going to make the victory that much sweeter, man, once I manifest that victory. Antoinette, I'm glad you woke up as well. I'm glad you woke up as well. So again, man, people not willing to take losses, man, just even in regards to when it comes to like building a business, man, or just manifesting a better future for yourself. At the end of the day, man, it ain't no right time to do it. You just gonna have to take some L's, man. You're gonna have to take some L's. You're gonna have to go through those obstacles, those trials and tribulations. You gotta stop living in fear. You cannot entertain fear when it comes to the betterment of self. You can't do it. You can't do it. Evan King, most definitely. But you have people that are afraid to even utilize the word loss. There's no such thing as losses, only lessons. No, it's a loss. It's a loss and a lesson. I don't have to say it's no such thing as a loss, only lessons. Man, that loss is crucial. Subtraction is crucial. So sometimes I need to lose in order to gain. So I don't have to say it's no such thing as a loss. No, a loss is real. A loss is reality. A loss definitely exists. So it's a lesson in the loss. It's a lesson in that loss. So hey, I embrace all L's, man. I embrace all losses. And again, Another thing, man, that a lot of people tend to say they don't have regrets and things of that nature. Man, that's a lie for most, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I have regrets, man. It's some things that I did back in the day that I wish I did not do. I have regrets, man. But at the end of the day, I learned from those said regrets. But I do have regrets. I don't act like I'm high and mighty and I don't have anything that I regretted in life. And if I can go back again, I'll do it the exact same way. Nah, no, indeed. No, I have some things that I definitely regret in life. But again, now I'm able to use that as a stepping stone, man, or as a teaching tool for the next generation and for myself in the future. But I definitely have things that I regret. Not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say that at all. But again, man, we gotta stop playing, man. We gotta stop playing. We gotta stop playing, man. We making too many excuses, and all it is we are afraid to make sacrifices. I tend to ask people, man, when it comes to like goals in life, I ask them, I say, what are you doing every day in order to see to it that you manifest or achieve that goal? And most of the time, people not putting in the proper work. People not putting in the proper work. What are 2 or 3 things that you could be doing or should be doing every day in order to see to it that you manifest this goal or that you achieve that goal that you have? 3 things that you should be doing every day. What is your daily routine in order to manifest your goal? Oh, Evan King, most definitely, man. I'm gonna definitely do some dealing with depression, man. I made some like short videos back in the day in regards to depression. I know exactly how that goes. I know exactly how that goes, man. I've wrestled with that myself. So I know exactly how that goes, man, in regards to depression. But I definitely do a video in regards to that, man. Most definitely. Most definitely. Queen J, peace, Queen. What's going on with you? How you living? How you maintaining? Well, yeah, man. Be willing to take that sacrifice, man. Be willing to spend a little more time. Hey, sometimes you gotta sacrifice the sleep in order to gain more sleep in the future. It is what it is. It is what it is. We sacrifice sleep for things that don't matter. Why not sacrifice the sleep for things that do matter in order to free up your time in the future? There you go, Queen J. Good to hear that. Want to keep on. So we willing to make plenty of sacrifices when it comes to things that do not matter, man. When it comes to things that lose value as soon as we put them on, as soon as we entertain them, like we willing to make those type of sacrifices. Again, we willing to save up every penny in order to take that trip or in order to get those new pair of shoes that's about to drop. But when it comes to eating healthy, we not willing to make those financial sacrifices. Nope. We not willing to save up our money to eat healthy, to buy the organic fruits and vegetables. But let me talk about a concert that's coming up next year. We gonna say, man, listen, we gonna budget then. We gonna budget to save that money for that concert for this artist that don't care anything about us. We gonna budget that money to save for that. We don't care how much that's gonna cost. We gonna budget. We gonna do everything that we need to do. We gonna sacrifice. We gonna eat trash. We gonna fast, whatever the case may be, to make sure that we save enough money to reach that concert. Or we gonna make sure that we save enough money to buy these shoes that we love that may cost $200 or $300. We gonna make sure we budget to save for that. But when it comes to eating healthy, we not willing to make the sacrifice to spend the money that's necessary in regards to eating healthy. Then all of a sudden, eating healthy becomes too expensive. Too expensive. But then when you examine the spending habits of some of those people that say that, they spend a lot of unnecessary money on some unnecessary things. Terenzo, peace, what's going on? So we don't got time for that, man. We got the money. We got the money out here to invest in our health. We got the money out here to invest in a business endeavor. We got the money. We got the money. We make the money. We make the money because when it's something that we want, we find the money. We find the time and we find the money when it comes to certain things that we want that we may not necessarily need. So listen, money isn't the issue. We gonna manifest that money when it's time, when we need to, when we want to. We gonna find the money. Like I said, if it's a concert that you want to go to, you gonna find the money. You gonna find the money. If there's some shoes you want, you gonna find the money. You gonna find the money. So when it comes to important things that actually matter, things that will save your life, Make those same sacrifices. Make those same sacrifices and watch the benefits that you reap from making those sacrifices. Budget your money so that you can eat more organic fruits and vegetables and see how that changes your life. See how that elevates your life. See how that elevates your life. See how everything improves based upon that. Once you take care of your physical health, man, everything else will improve based off of that. Everything revolves around that physical health. You cannot enjoy life. You cannot enjoy anything in life if you don't have your physical health. So why not prioritize your physical health? Why not? Why not, man? You can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have your physical health, you cannot enjoy it. You can't be around here for your children if you don't have your physical health. So what are you without your physical health? And that's one of the main things that we tend to neglect. That's one of the main things that we are not willing to make a sacrifice for, our physical health. We ain't willing to put in the time to exercise. We're not willing to budget that money to eat healthy, eat correctly. Eating healthy really is not expensive, especially when you do it correctly. Last time I checked, fasting requires nothing but water. That's the last time that I checked. When you eat exactly how you're supposed to eat, meaning you incorporating elements of fasting, that is free. Fasting is free. Queen J, most definitely. The plant-based meat products, man, like the Impossible meat, man, that's like $10. Like, that's the expensive stuff. Those plant-based, like the imitation meat chicken nuggets and things like that, like those things are expensive. But like the fruits and veggies and things of that nature, it is not that healthy to eat expensive. Fungi Day Observer, what's going on with you family? And I'm going to give y'all a prime example, man. Back in the day when I used to eat like a savage, when I used to eat any and everything, I used to spend more money back then because I used to buy a bunch of junk food. And that stuff adds up. So I don't know what people are talking about, man. You probably going to end up spending the same amount of money, if not less. Man, I'm telling you, I'm talking honey buns, chips, because all that stuff used to be on sale back in the day. So I used to spend way more money. Back in the day when I was buying a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of junk food. Because they used to get you, because that nonsense and that garbage food was always on sale. So you're going to buy more of it. You're going to rack up on it. Beast by Bless Zone out, man. Appreciate that donation, family. Appreciate it. Queen J, and a lot of people don't know and understand that, man. You're going to save a lot of money by switching to veganism, by switching to raw foodism, whatever you want to call it, especially when you start to learn to grow your own food. You can't beat that. Terenzo, don't even get me started on that, because then I start talking about group economics. We should be in a much better place economically speaking, just off of social media alone. Like, come on, man. It's so just off of social media alone, if we practice group economics, man, our whole entire situation would be different, or should be different. Montel, that college health instructor is right and exact. Tell people that all the time, man. Eating healthy is not as expensive as it may seem. It's only when you overdo. See, we always think that we got to overindulge. You're not supposed to overindulge. So when you eat correctly, it's really not that expensive, man. Especially, like I said, when you incorporate elements of fasting and things of that nature. See, we try to supersize and we try to eat too much all the time. You don't have to do that. You're not supposed to be doing that. When you eat correctly, man, it's rather simple and it's inexpensive. And people talk about convenience and things like that when they talking about fast food. Man, you can grab you some bananas, you can grab you some berries, man. That's convenient. You can walk right in the store just like you could. And this is the crazy thing. People talk about fast food and they talk about convenience. I don't think fast food is convenient. Here's why I say that. When I leave this gym and I make a left out of here and I pass up all these fast food restaurants, guess what? The lines are almost out into the street. So you telling me sitting in a fast food line for 30, 40 minutes is convenient opposed to me just going right into the store, grabbing me some bananas and some berries and some seeds, like some hemp seeds or some sunflower seeds? You telling me it's more convenient to sit in a line for 30, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, Hell, if it's even 15 minutes, it don't matter. You mean to tell me sitting in a line for that long to wait on some food that's gonna kill me is more convenient than walking right into the grocery store and grabbing me some fresh fruits? Come on, man. That don't even make any sense. Come on. We gotta stop the nonsense, man. Just say you addicted to the fast food, because that's really what it is. It's not more convenient. It's not really more convenient at all. Especially when, like I said, when I drive out of here and I see those drive-through lanes and how packed they are, that's not convenient. That's not convenient. I'm not waiting 30 minutes for some food that's about to kill me. No, indeed. Oh, Queen J, that's peace. That's peace. And people don't understand that, man. Man, just the fact that you done cured all type of ailments, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, and that's how it goes. That's why I always push that lifestyle, man. People don't understand, man. People don't understand that lifestyle until they actually start living it out and they start seeing a change for themselves. Fungi the Observer, man, listen. Again, like I said, like you said, the information is easily accessible. And that's the crazy thing. When it comes to a bunch of nonsense that don't matter, then we looking that information up religiously. But then when it comes to things like growing your own food, maybe even fitness, health, nutrition, then all of a sudden we act like we don't know how to we don't know how to look things up. Oh, I don't know how to grow my own food. Man, look it up just like you would look up anything else. Do the knowledge to it. That's when that laziness starts to kick in. We willing to research things as long as it seems easy. But if it seems complicated or if it seems like it's too much work, we not about to put in the time and energy that's required to master that subject, master that topic, master that field. That's when that laziness starts to kick in. That's the problem. Yeah, Torenzo, those long lines are disgusting, but people swear up and down that it's more convenient. That's crazy. Oh, Montel, and it's only going to get better. Your level of productivity is only going to continue to elevate the more that you take care of your health. Donna C, peace, what's going on with you? But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, fast food is not more convenient. Fast food is more of an inconvenience to me. Like I said, waiting in these lines for that food that was gonna make me feel bad right after I ate it. I could go right into the store and grab some fresh produce because nobody is buying the produce. So I can go right into the store, grab me some produce if I don't already have it on me. Or I can go eat me some seeds, which I always keep some seeds on me. That's more convenient opposed to me driving to this fast food restaurant and waiting in that line. So, hey, I don't know what people on. Them seeds will fulfill you just like that garbage burger that you about to get. Those seeds and those fruits. That's really all you need. That's really all you need. But we waiting in line, and I'm talking about I leave here at like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm talking about, man, a White Castle line. Like, what do you eat? White Castle at 9:30? And you probably about to go right to sleep after you eat this White Castles? Ah, come on, man. Come on, that's like the worst thing that you can do. Then we gonna get up and we gonna complain about how we feel physically, how tired we are, how out of shape we are, how big we getting. Like, come on, man. Like some of those type of things, those simple things right there are things that we gotta stop doing. Oh, Torenzo. K Reno is one of my favorite artists. I already know that song. I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't listen to every K Reno song known to man. Yeah, the pumpkin seeds. I got some pumpkin seeds, man. I'm the seed man. I keep all type of seeds on me. Seeds are crucial. Seeds are crucial. When all fails, man, grab you some seeds. Seeds are lifesavers. Oh, Antoinette, most definitely. I could go, listen, if I grab this phone, went to a grocery store around the corner from here, I guarantee I'll go to the produce section and it'll just be all fruits just staring me right in the face. Staring me right in the face. Everybody went to going to buy the meat going to buy the canned goods and things of that nature. They was devouring the meat. They was devoured. They was, man, you couldn't find no meat, but that was good for me because I don't eat the meat anyway. So I was going right to the fresh fruits and the vegetables. I didn't have any problem finding stuff that I needed. Fungi the Observer, most definitely, man. Like I said, I done dropped that juice several times. Like when it comes to if you really truly serious about your health and you want to reach that optimal state of health, I definitely recommend you studying veganism, studying the raw food life. You want to incorporate more raw foods. You want to go as plant-based as possible. That's the best way, according to all the research and evidence that's out here. But then at that point, the reason why I say study it, because then now you just got to study your body type. It's a certain way that you may have to go vegan opposed to the next person. Because everybody has a different body type. So you got to see what type of vegan lifestyle you would have to live opposed to the next person that's vegan or plant-based. So you may have to approach it differently than the next person. So you just got to get in tune with your body type in regards to transitioning to the plant-based lifestyle. But that's the best lifestyle. That's the best lifestyle. And that's just, I mean, I'm talking, all the evidence points right to that lifestyle. Can't make it up. If anybody is sincere in their research, they're going to let you know that that's the best lifestyle if you're striving to reach that optimal state of health. Period. And I done had, the crazy thing about that too, when I bring up like veganism and going plant-based and things like that, my favorite argument that people tend to bring to me, they like to tell me about my ancestors and how they ate meat. And I'm like, that's fine and all. But guess what? It's a lot of things that my ancestors did back in the day, way back in the day, that I'm not about to do today. That's what evolution is all about. They were living a different type of lifestyle than we are currently living right now. And for the most part, they were plant-based. And then the meat that they ate was a lot different than the meat we eat today. So again, that's one of the reasons why they ate meat back in the day. They was eating meat almost in its rawest form. We eating all type of processed meat. It's a lot different. So that argument is fairly weak. But again, even still, I really honestly don't care what my ancestors did in regards to how they ate. I'm not striving to eat like my ancestors did. I'm striving to eat in a way that gives me the optimal state of health that I'm looking for. So it's like people want to bring up the ancestors in regards to things like that, man. You got plenty of African cultures to where they go plant-based or where they are plant-based, predominantly plant-based. But I never denied the fact that, some of my ancestors ate meat, consumed meat. You will never hear me deny that. I'm not acting like my ancestors were all vegan. I don't care. It's evolution. We supposed to take things that happened back in the day and we supposed to improve upon them. We supposed to take it up a notch. So we're not supposed to be living exactly how they was living back in the day. We not living how they living back in the day. Whole different day and time, whole different era. But the crazy thing about it is, let's just say if you use that as an argument, I will also tell you one thing my ancestors did too. They had to go kill their own meat as well. So let me go see some of y'all go kill the pig and then go cook the pig. Y'all probably will be vegans and vegetarians right now if I told you had to go do that. So if you want to talk about what my ancestors did, they had to go kill they had to go hunt that animal down. They had to go kill that animal. And then they had to cook that animal. So if I listen to all that work that's involved, these people so lazy that if I told you had to go kill that pig, then you had to clean that pig, then you had to cook that pig, man, you ain't finna do all that. You ain't finna do all that. You will go right into the vegan lifestyle like I'm living. Because we don't like to put in that work. Queen J, that's peace, man. It's hard. It's hard, man, trying to get the family members, because for the most part, those are your loved ones. Those are the ones that you want to see embrace that lifestyle, man, especially when you know the benefits that come along with it. I got a few in my family that's taking heed to the plant-based lifestyle. And the crazy thing is, it's my fam down south, Mississippi. Those would be listen, that'll be the last place where you suspect somebody going plant-based, going vegan. I'm telling you, it's hard to them. When I used to go down to Mississippi, I'm talking pig feet and all that type of stuff. So to go plant-based down there, hard. Hard, boy, because you surrounded by a bunch of stuff that you should not be eating. That's why it's a lot of problems down there. That's why I'm looking to take my health movement down there, man, because they need it. They need it. But man, I got some of my kinfolk down in Mississippi, man, talking about smoothies and things of that nature. Man, my aunt that's down in Mississippi right now, she just hit me up. She tested positive for the COVID. She hit me up, said, what do I need to do to get rid of this? Boom, man, I ordered some herbs for her, had them sent down there. So like, man, my people down there, man, they taking heed. And that's peace and powerful. Because that's a hard place to go plant-based, man, because when I just spent summers down there, it's hard, bro. It's hard. Because you surrounded by a lot of nonsense, man, that you're not supposed to be eating. So I know my people that's striving to do right, that's down in Mississippi, man. I know the temptations that they are surrounded by. It's complicated. It's complicated. Sharif, man, listen, sugar, that's a natural craving. Your body, listen, that's the preferred fuel source for your body. But the thing of it is, we grab the artificial sugar, not the fruits. So when you craving sugar, man, just consume you a fruit. That's all your body is craving. Listen, Cray Smith, Queen J, listen, man, I'm not, again, I told y'all this the last video. I'm not a big dude. I'm about 5'6", $150. Man, I remember one time I went down to Mississippi for a weekend. One weekend, 2 days, it wasn't even 2 days. It was one whole day and we left Sunday. Man, I gained about 10 pounds. Man. And one thing about going down south, they don't understand, like, you don't just eat one plate. When you go down south, man, they gonna feed you. So it ain't just, it's more so the problem down south is portions. Boy, you get one plate, then they got to get you. You sure you good? Then there goes the second plate. Then you on the third plate. Man, it's hard down south, man. They don't believe in portion control. I'm sorry. They don't believe in portion control, man. My people, man, you go crazy down south, man. I'm like, man, where do y'all be getting all this food? It be crazy. I gained 10 pounds in like a day. I gained about 10 pounds in a day, man. Then when I used to spend summers down there, it used to be crazy. I'm talking about, man, my grandmother, man, you know, she a fry. I'm talking about, I wake up, you know, you wake up, I'm in the Midwest, so you wake up over here, it's like, man, you want a little snack or something, an unhealthy snack, you think like a bag of chips or something, a cookie or something. Nope. Down south, I'll never forget it, man. I woke up in the middle of the night, man, I wanted a snack, man. I just wanted something quick. I'm thinking like a little chip or something. Man, my grandmother got up and started frying chicken. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, man, because I woke up and said I was a little hungry. Man, she started frying chicken. This is what they do down south, man, frying chicken. I said, man, I just want a little snack, not some chicken. Like, that's crazy. I said, whoa, I didn't want the chicken, man. Like, nah, I just wanted a little snack. I never did that again. I never woke up and told my grandmother I was hungry after that. Because I'm like, I am not about to be having her cooking chicken at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. No. So I learned quickly. D Peace, what's going on? Terenzo, no doubt, most definitely. Queen J, that was the problem. You know, down south, they reverse it. They call you healthy when you big. So they think you starving when you small. They think you starving. Boy, if they see that you small down there, they gonna force feed you. They gonna try to make you gain 30 pounds in 30 seconds. The topic for today, making those sacrifices, man, in order to succeed. And the reason why I'm talking about food right now, because that's one of the sacrifices that we tend to not make. We tend to make every excuse in the book in regards to not taking care of our health, man. We talk about how eating healthy is expensive, but then When it comes to needing a pair of shoes that may cost $200 or $300, when it comes to going to this concert for this artist that don't care anything about us, we gonna learn to budget then. We gonna learn to save our money then. But when it's time to eat healthy, we not willing to budget our money in order to ensure that we eat healthy, that our children eat healthy. We not willing to do that. Then I was talking about convenience in regards to fast food and how really it's an inconvenience to wait in a drive-through line for 30, 40 minutes for some food that'll kill you opposed to going into the grocery store, grabbing some fresh produce or some seeds. That's convenient for me. And that should be convenient for most. Man, Queen J, listen, it was crazy. Man, I witnessed some crazy things down south. That's why I'm proud of some of my people that's down south that's adhering to kind of like the lifestyle that I'm promoting and pushing. Because I know how rough it can be down there, man, to like do right. I already know. I know how rough it can be down there to do right. Now, granted, it's easy. Like the fresh produce and stuff like that down south, easy to get, man, because a lot of people grow their own food down there. So that's easy. But man, the level of meat that is consumed down south is the problem. But getting the fresh produce and things like that, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Then like beans and stuff like that, like you could do right down south, man, but it's the level of meat and then the type of meat. Like, man, to this day, I'm still grossed out by pig feet. Like, I still to this day don't understand how my peoples was eating pig feet and they still eat pig feet. Like, those were the most disgusting things to me as a child. Like, I never understood the fascination with pig feet. I was never fascinated with consuming pig feet. They just look like a heart attack waiting to happen, even when I was a child. Man, I'm like, how do y'all eat this? Every time they used to try to offer me the pig feet, I was like, nah, I'm not eating that. Oh, Queen J, most definitely. My people hit me up. My people hit me up every time, man. They know that I'm the person. Like I said, my aunt tested positive for the COVID. She wasn't even concerned. She was like, man, let me just call my nephew and ask him what I need to do. She called me, man. I ordered the stuff for her. She good. We ain't worried about no COVID down here. And my aunt, she got a lot of pre-existing conditions. But I said, nah, I got you. I got you. I got her that olive leaf extract, man. I got her some elderberry and some zinc. She good to roll. She was good to roll. She ain't had a complication at all. And she, like I said, she got a bunch of ailments. I ordered those herbs for her, man, and she tested positive for the COVID. So they say, allegedly, she hasn't experienced any type of symptom. So we good. We good. Beautiful Goddess Keys, most definitely. And that's why even in those communities, we gotta learn how to grow our own foods and things of that nature. Queen J, don't even get me started on chitlins, man. If I don't understand how people don't eat pig feet, I really don't understand chitlins. No. If you invite me anywhere and y'all cooking chitlins, you might as well cancel the invitation. I will not be in attendance. Not showing up. I'm not showing up. I'm not about to be around chitlins. Not at all. I don't care who it is. Be my closest family members. Not showing up. I will not be in attendance. I will let you eat what you eat. You just not about to eat them chitlins around me. No, you're not about to cook the chitlins around me. I'm not about to be around that smell. I'm just not about to allow that, man. I'm not about to watch you do that to yourself. Funke the Observer, in regards to recommending books in regards to your body type, what is your goal exact? One thing I recommend studying, and I can't name the book off the top of my head. It's a book on Ayurveda. I can't think of the book off the top of my head. So when I do my next live, I'm gonna make sure I I'm gonna make sure I bring that book up. But it's a book on Ayurveda, and they drop a lot of knowledge on like the body types and things of that nature. I got a lot of bodybuilding books that talk about the body types as well. I know like Arnold Schwarzenegger wrote a bodybuilding book, like the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding or whatever it is, and he talked about the body types as well. But I got it's a book on Ayurveda that talks about them, and then it's another book called Timeless Secrets of Health and Rejuvenation. That's another book that talks about the body types in detail. Timeless Secrets of Health and Rejuvenation, I believe, is the title of another book that talks about the body types. And there's several other books, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head. So once I make the next live, I'll probably have those books. I'll probably have those books as well. The name of those books. Oh yeah, Bonafide, most definitely. Yeah, the blood type. Yeah, it's crucial to learn your blood type. And it's a book called what is it? The Conscious Diet or Conscious Eating. Conscious Eating. That's another good book. Y'all need to get that. Conscious Eating. But he talks about blood type and things of that nature. Just learning your blood type and eating according to your blood type. Get money. What's going on? Zucko, what's going on? Fungi the Observer, juicing, making smoothies, things of that nature. Need to get into that game hard. Need to get into that game hard. One of the best things that you can do. Man, I just saw a comment that's gonna make me go in. BYG342. The fact that people still buy chitlins, the fact that people still buy anything that's pork related is beyond me. It's 2020. If it's one thing that we can all agree on, if it's one consensus in regards to the health and fitness space, it's several things that should be a consensus. But one of the things should be that pork is no good. Pork and red meat, like we all know that for a fact. So for the fact that people are still out here consuming pork, buying pork, wasting their money on pork, that is beyond me, man, because it is too much evidence that's letting you know that pork is trash, that pork should not be consumed. It's even the people that even buy it, they know that. Like the people buying, they know they shouldn't be eating it because they let me know. It's like they come in here and they be like, and I wouldn't even, they don't know that I'm vegan, whatever the case may be. I just start asking them about the stuff that they eating. And one of the things they say, well, yeah, I still eat pork. So they know that they shouldn't be eating the pork. So come on, man. Like, we got to stop eating the pork, man. If there's one meat that you drop, man, the pork and the red meat, man, just stop, man. Just drop those. Let's drop those. It's 2020. We just know how bad those things are for us, man. It's just the evidence is just out here, man. Come on. And then fast food. Like, we really shouldn't be consuming the fast food, period. It's, to me, honestly, and people don't like to hear this, but it's better to fast, meaning it's better to not eat than to go eat fast food at 9 o'clock at night. Man, just don't eat. If you don't have access to anything healthier than White Castles, than McDonald's at 9 p.m. at night, and you about to go to sleep shortly after you eat, just don't eat, man. Just don't eat. Do not eat. Because you making your health worse, not making it better. Fungi the Observer, martial arts instructor, then we got to link up then. Get money, hey, all the way from Arizona, hey. D, man, and that's exactly when people, listen, because I used to talk to people that they help people budget their money. One of the places where people spend the most money is fast food. People save a lot of money by discontinuing going to fast food places. That's where people spend a lot of money. Like you said, if you eat fast food 2 to 3 times out of the day, man, you may be spending $30, $40 a day on fast food. That adds up. That adds up. That adds up. Bonafide Bloom, do you like soak the beans and things of that nature, like soak them overnight? Yeah, because it's all about the preparation when it comes to beans, man. If you have a problem with beans, then you gotta, yeah, you gotta soak them. You gotta soak them overnight, things of that nature. Oh yeah, bonafide bloom. Nope. Yeah, you gonna have to eat beans the hard, like the natural way. You gonna have to get them out of the bag, and you gonna have to prepare them overnight. You gonna have to do that. That makes them that makes them easier to digest. And if you have a situation where like the beans make you gassy and things like that, then you just gonna have to, yeah, you gonna have to eat beans the old fashioned way. Queen J, whoo, yeah, my book collection, like I said, I think I got about 600 plus books. Like I kid you not. I listen. I will buy because one of the reasons because I don't trust anything about the system. So when I see some books, because the type of books that I get, like I don't trust that they're gonna be around a year from now. So if I see a book that's important, I get it. So I got a lot of books. Oh yeah, bonafide bloom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So with the broccoli and Brussels sprouts, I don't know if you cook them or if you eat them like raw, but I recommend probably consuming those raw and putting them like in a smoothie or something. Not the Brussels sprouts, like the broccoli. Consuming that broccoli raw, putting it in a smoothie, combining it with like other things, and see how your body responds to that. Bacon ice. Whoa. Wait a minute, huh? George Gibson, peace. What's going? But bacon ice cream. What? No, that don't even. Oh my goodness, bacon ice cream. I just got frustrated. So, nah, man, bacon ice cream. Wow, wow. If you eat, wow. If you are consuming, hold up, man. Before I answer everybody, question, that bacon ice cream just disturbed me. All right, I'm gonna have to do some knowledge to that. But if you out here consuming bacon ice cream, listen, anything that happens to you, I have no sympathy. Because you just know you shouldn't be eating that. You know you shouldn't be eating that. Baking soda, what? How do you even do that? How do you even have a baking soda? Not the baking soda, but baking soda. That's crazy. Wow. I'm done. I'm done. Bacon ice cream and bacon soda. Wow. Yeah, the White Castles is garbage. I remember back, like my body used to speak to me every time I consumed White Castles back in the day. I was just ignorant and young. My stomach used to be dead every time I consumed White Castles back in the day. And it was doing that to a young stomach, a young active stomach. So I can imagine what it's doing to the people that's in that drive-through line. That's a lot older and not active. So man, if it was doing that to an active stomach, man, White Castles take you out the game. White Castles should be banned along with McDonald's. If y'all don't know me, y'all know I can't stand McDonald's. It's like I'm on a boycott McDonald's mission. I want all McDonald's to shut down and close. I cannot stand McDonald's. For some reason, when it's fast food, I need McDonald's to shut down first. Then I'm gonna focus on all the other fast food places. But White Castles is like a close second. I can't stand any of them, but I really can't stand McDonald's. But White Castles is garbage. White Castles is garbage. As far as how it makes you feel, White Castles is garbage. Rude boy Don Dada, peace. What's going on with you? All right, Zuck. Let me get to some of these other questions. Like that bacon ice cream just got me. Yeah, D man, cooking food is great. Then making smoothies, man. I don't know about y'all, but man, I enjoy making smoothies. You can get creative making smoothies, man. You can make some good smoothies. Oh, Zucko, you got one of those situations. He probably striving to be a bad boy because he feel like that's what women like. But lo and behold, and little does he know, the type of women that are attracted to these bad boys are not the type of women that you want to not the type of women that you want to be dealing with. So that's probably why he's striving to take on that persona of a bad boy, because he thinks he's been misinformed, and so he thinks that that's the type of dude that these women want out here. Nah, no. The type of woman that you need, she wants a righteous man. If you dealing with a woman that wants a bad boy or whatever the case may be, then you dealing with the wrong type of woman. Period. Yeah, bacon flavored soda. You drink that again, I have no sympathy for anything that happens to you. I am sorry. That is you just know that you drinking something that is terrible. Bacon ice cream, terrible. Yeah, the flavors, yeah, that's all chemicals, man. It's all additives and all unnecessary nonsense. Funky the Observer. That's where I'm about to take my stuff to the next level in regards to fitness. Like I'm studying the martial arts as well. Like my favorite one is Jeet Kune Do, obviously, because I'm like a big Bruce Lee fan. So I'm studying that. Like Jiu-Jitsu is also a good one. But then I studied a lot of Qigong, Tai Chi, and then even back to my ancestral roots like Capoeira. But see, I'm not the best. You gotta have some rhythm. I gotta work on that. The capoeira is different. Then like 52 blocks. I don't know if you all have heard of that, but like my cousin, he know how he well versed in that. So I'm about to start learning all of that. And yoga is something that I gotta incorporate more of, because flexibility has always been my problem, my weak point. So I'm incorporating all of that. BYG, I'm gonna tell you one thing about my smoothies, man. I just be making stuff up, honestly. I brought it up to my client. I said, man, I may make like a book on smoothies. Just give everybody recipes for some smoothies, because I be freestyling when I make them. Yeah, when I make a smoothie, man, I'm freestyling. I'm just throwing everything in there that I feel like I fool with. I throw this spinach in there, man. I throw these flax seeds in there. Throw a few bananas in there, some berries in there. Throw the water in there, man. I throw anything in the smoothie, man. Herc's blending the fruit and the vegetable. Nope, that's not doing that. Juicing is doing that. Juicing is destroying the fiber. When you juice, you destroying the fiber. When you blend, you're not destroying the fiber. Juicing is what removes the fiber. So that's the difference between like juicing and blending. Blending, you're not doing that. Some vegetables are actually more beneficial when you chop them, when you blend them. Like broccoli, for instance. You get more of the benefits from the broccoli when you chop it up, when you slice it, when you blend it, than if you just consumed it like raw or cooked. A broccoli is like that, and I know garlic is also like that. Like you gotta slice the garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes in order to activate all the enzymes that's necessary, that you need, and that's contained within the garlic. Broccoli and garlic are like that for sure. But like when you blend and when you chop some of the fruits and vegetables up, you actually get a lot more benefits from some vegetables and some fruits. Juicing is when you removing the fiber. So that's why I recommend blending more so than juicing. But I mean, if you incorporate elements of both, depending on what you're juicing. So I recommend like juicing, I recommend maybe like, orange juice, lemons or limes and things of that nature. Rude boy. So the bacon flavor ice cream is a real thing. Y'all gonna make me go into Walmart, and I hate Walmart. I hate Walmart around here because there be too many people in a Walmart. And I don't like to deal with too many people. But y'all gonna make me go into the Walmart and look for bacon ice cream. And I might do a video because I might have a fit in the Walmart, and I may start spazzing in the middle of Walmart if I see it. Terenzo, everybody definitely gonna link up, because like I said, man, I'm gonna put together this speaking event, And we gonna get everybody together. It's gonna be like a workshop type deal. It's gonna be like a 2-day thing, and it's gonna be in the summer of 2021. It's gonna happen. So we linking up. So hey, plan for that now. Like I said, around July, August of 2021, we linking up. We gonna do this workshop and come prepared to work out too, because I'm gonna put y'all through some of my intense and brutal workouts. So that's gonna happen. Funky the Observer, most definitely. Most definitely. That's all your woman should strive for. Oh yeah, Terenzo, you can make your own ice cream. Man, using that blender, you can make some powerful ice cream on your own, and it's healthy. Bonafide, there we go. Yeah, I'm telling you, there you go. Hey, if you just implement some things, you see it. You start to see it and feel it. Yeah, Bonafide. If I had to say to choose between the two, I would say get the blender and blend versus juicing. Yeah, Mac. Yes, cutting and chopping it activates those enzymes within certain vegetables and fruits. It's plenty more, man. I'll probably do a video on that, but yeah. Maurice, most that, man. We gonna put it together. Yeah, Queen J, smoothies are versatile. Man, you can't beat the smoothies. Smoothie a day, as they say, keep the doctor away. I don't fool with the doctor anyway, but I'm gonna just keep the doctor away anyway. But a smoothie away is definitely the way to do it. I'm my own doctor. Forget all that. I done been lied to by too many of these doctors for me to like trust them. So I rather bet on myself. I ain't gonna let myself down, and I don't want to kill myself. So I'm gonna take care of myself. I done went to these doctors too often for them to not give me the information that I needed. So I don't fool with them like that. So anything I can do to keep them away, I keep them away. Last time I went to the doctor, I had to because I had a car accident. That was it. I ain't really want to go there because I was good. But Maurice, we gonna put it together, man. Like I said, plan for it. July, August, plan for it. We gonna all get together. Herx, kale, there you go. That's your calcium. Get them berries in. The blueberries good for the brain. Definitely put the sea moss in there with the banana. That's it. That sounds like a good smoothie to me. Queen J, whoo-wee. I think I done made like 20 videos in regards to the myth of protein when it comes to switching over to like veganism. My God, I can't even stand that. I just counter that with a question. All right, so you worried about my protein, where you get your fiber from? That's what I ask the people that's worried about me getting protein. That's just that's just one thing I'm gonna ask them what they get or where they get it from. We gonna start with fiber because most of them will be deficient in regards to fiber. So I'm like, you worried about my protein, which when was the last time you heard somebody die because they were deficient in protein? That's all I gotta ask somebody. You probably can't think of a case because it don't really exist. Don't really exist out here. Man, it is almost nearly impossible to become deficient in protein. You've never heard anybody die because they lack protein. You can see me in a weight room. I don't know if you all follow me on like Instagram and Facebook, but y'all done seen the type of weights that I push. Somebody that's deficient in protein can't push this type of weight. So I destroy the myth by living my life. But I like to ask them, where do they get their fiber from? Where do they get their vitamin C from? So I just start asking them questions. Now, I don't even break down why it's a myth anymore. I just ask them where they get some of their vitamins and minerals that I know that they are deficient in. So, like, where do you get your fiber from? You worried about my protein. Where do you get your 35 to 40 grams of fiber a day from? Where you get that from? I bet you they can't answer that question. You know, man, that's crazy. I had just came across that recently and started thinking about incorporating that. That's crazy that you mentioned that. It's crazy how things work. It's crazy how thought can just manifest something in physical form, man, because I was just thinking about it. And then here you brought it up. That's crazy. Rude boy, it depends on what's being cooked, but for the most part, when it reaches a certain temperature, the enzymes, or you zapping all the enzymes out. One of the only like vegetables that I know, or one of the only foods that I know that needs to be cooked is a mushroom. Like if you eat the mushroom raw, then it may be some bacteria within that mushroom that may cause problems. So you need to cook the mushroom in order to activate the enzymes and the benefits of the mushrooms. But for the most part, when you cook a fruit, I mean not a fruit, you ain't about to cook your fruits. If you cook your fruits out here, you strange. But if you out here cooking your vegetables at too high of a temperature, you zapping all the enzymes out of them joints. Yeah, Bonafide, they definitely just ignoring, and I don't got time for that, man. When I have came to the conclusion that you just choosing to be ignorant, then yep, I'm moving right along in the conversation. I'm not even entertaining. I'm gonna just ask you a simple question, and then I'm gonna keep it moving once you don't answer the question or you get upset at the question that I just asked you. Queen J, man, I done had so many experiences with doctors. Like I said, I told you I played college ball. My physical exam. This is why some of these athletes drop dead out here, literally, of like undisclosed heart issues. I had a close friend of the family. He was playing professional football in the NFL. He dropped dead, undisclosed heart issue. How you playing in the NFL with all these high paid doctors and they couldn't detect this heart issue? This is why. Man, I went into my physical for when I was going into college. Man, all the doctor asked me was, how do you feel? I said, I feel good. And he was like, there you go, you passed. Man, I could have dropped dead during conditioning. That was the worst physical known to man. Like, that dude didn't check for anything. He asked me how I was feeling. I said, good. And that was the end of my physical. So come on, man. Like, I don't fool with him. I don't fool with him. That was crazy. I could have dropped dead, and it would have been because of that. Like, I'm trusting you, man. You're supposed to analyze, examine, make sure I'm really good. Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah, D, I'm in the Lou. I'm in St. Louis, most definitely. So when you swing by, you better hit me up. Fungi the Observer, man, listen, when I had my car wreck, man, I did not want to go to the doctor. It's two reasons why I didn't want to go to the doctor. For one, y'all know how I am when it comes to like a religious perspective. And again, you can believe what you want to believe, but just don't understand that it's a lot of stuff that I don't believe. So I'm more like scientific and logical and rational when it comes to my way of thinking. So when I had a car wreck, it was a crazy car wreck, and it was self-inflicted, man. I just fell asleep behind the wheel and my car flipped like 5 times. This was years ago. 5 times according to the person that saw it. And I crawled right out of there. So of course I go to the doctor and they got all religious on me. Oh man, it was nothing but God, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo. I said, man, it's a lot of, scientifically speaking, it's a lot of people that survive accidents of that caliber, accidents that are a lot worse than what happened to me. So I was like, man, it's almost like 50-50, man. I was either gonna survive this car accident, I was either gonna die in this car accident, or I was gonna come out of this accident with major injuries. Nothing more, nothing less. I came out of that accident, I just had glass and all that in me, and that's how I'm taking it, that's how I'm living it. I didn't have time to be surrounded by people making this deeper than what it was. I fell asleep, which was my doing, so I could have caused my own demise. It wouldn't have been anything deeper than that. I fell asleep. The consequence of me falling asleep behind the wheel was that I wrecked the car, and then I so happened to survive that. Plenty of people survive car accidents, man. So it wasn't no reason to make that spooky. And then they had analyzed, like they had checked out my heart and things of that nature. She said I had like one of the strongest hearts that she had ever seen. And I was like, yep. That's a result of me not trusting you all and taking everything into my own hands. Because I didn't used to be that way. I used to suffer from a lot of like ailments and whatnot, man, back in the day. when I was getting all them shots and vaccines and all that garbage, man, when I was a kid. Drinking all that cow's milk and all that nonsense. Oh, RB, yeah, spinach is definitely a good source of fiber and protein. Anything green is a great source of fiber. But spinach, you got to just go back to the old days. What did Popeye used to eat? He used to eat his spinach. He used to eat his spinach. I love spinach. I love spinach. Spinach is definitely a great plant-based source of protein. And anything green, you getting fiber from anything that's green. Tryon, peace. What's going on with you, fam? Yeah, D, I'ma definitely get on it because it's crazy how things work. Cause I was just thinking about it. Yeah, it hurts, and what people don't understand too about protein, and I broke this down in a previous video, is people don't understand what makes up a protein, the amino acids. So it's like that's what you need to make sure you are getting, the amino acids, like the essential amino acids. What is it, like 8 of them? The essential amino acids, meaning that you have to get them from your food. The body cannot make them. So you just need to make sure you get the amino acids. We so focused on protein. It's like if you broke everything down from the amino acid perspective, then the people that's asking you about protein would be confused. They'd be like, what are you talking about? What do you mean amino acids? Well, that's what creates the protein. So you need to just make sure you get the amino acids. And it's easy to get that going plant-based. So I can tell you if there's one thing that I know that I'm not lacking is protein. Now I can tell you, I know that for a fact. Hemp seeds, one of the best sources, man. It's an easy source. Tryon, all right, I'm definitely, man. That, like I said, she working on my cover right now for this health book, and it's gonna drop on my birthday, on my born day. But I may post it for you all on here a little bit earlier so you can like pre-order that joint. Beast reincarnated, what's going on? Yeah, only you can stop you. That's my quote of the day. Yeah, bona fide. That's all that. Man, I done got some of the worst. I done got some of the worst advice messing with some of these doctors, and I done heard some people that have also received some of the worst advice known to man, known to woman, known to child by messing with these doctors. Man. It's just doctors just need to not speak on certain things. And nutrition is one of those things, man. I have heard some doctors say some crazy things, and for the most part, these doctors don't be in the best shape. These doctors be suffering from some of the same conditions that they are trying to treat. D, hey, we gonna get it in. It's gonna be powerful. Swag, no. I don't do the white rice. No. Nope. RB, man, shoot. Some of them even don't even Google it. Some of them just say something that don't even make sense. Like some of those doctors don't even Google it. They just say something that just don't even make sense. And think that since they are a doctor, like they had this status that, all right, you just gonna believe everything that I'm saying simply because I'm a doctor. No. And swag, yourself, if you eat white rice, the best way to eat it, to like lower the sugar effect, combine it with some beans. So if you eating white rice, the best way to like lower the sugar effect is to eat it with some beans. Fungi the Observer, man. That's where I'm at right now. I'm taking care of myself 100%. I'm my own doctor. I'm my own doctor. 1,000%. It may sound arrogant, but what I mean by that is, if I experience a symptom, I'm gonna trust I'm gonna study that symptom. All right, why am I feeling this? And I'm gonna find a way to rectify the situation. That's what I mean by being my own doctor. I'm always learning it and things of that nature anyway. So it's like, why not? Rude boy, and that's the thing. Plenty of people die, plenty of people live too. And that's just all it was for me. You either gonna live, you either gonna come out of here alive, come out of here with some injuries, or you ain't gonna make it out. I made it out. That's all it was for me, and I kept it moving. Lower honesty, yes. Kale is a superfood. And that's where me and Dr. Sebi, we kind of like, again, I don't follow him to a T because he'll tell you not to eat like broccoli, kale, and things of that nature. And look, broccoli, kale, beneficial. I've never experienced it. Like, I don't experience issues when I consume broccoli the proper way. Man, it's a bunch of benefits to broccoli. If you know somebody that's suffering from like lung cancer, broccoli. Like, look that up. Broccoli, lung cancer. Just look it up. Broccoli is powerful in regards to certain conditions. Beach reincarnated, man, I stay away from the dip, man. Get that spinach in raw. Put that spinach in a smoothie or something. And sea moss, yeah, sea moss most definitely is powerful. Yeah, spinach is one of my favorite foods to eat. Yeah, RB, and that's a lot of time. I got a few people that's like pescatarian that I deal with, and they eat salmon and they eat, seafood, fish, whatever the case may be. And that is what tends to happen. They tend to overdo it because that's the only meat that they eat. So it's like, take a break, eat it every 2 days or so. Yeah, Tryon, I got you. I actually seen the email, man. I just got to respond to it. I don't know what I was on. But I got you. Yeah, Queen J, man, people just, when it come to research, even when it comes to like stuff like this, man, you could just listen to somebody. Man, my goodness. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can get proper information, man. People just don't want to do it when it comes to stuff like this. Yeah, D, we just ignoring John. We don't know what's up with Buddy, but we just gonna ignore John. John was sent here by the feds or something. We just ignoring that. Oh, bona fide. Woo, don't get me started on mental health and these doctors. Do not get me started on that. Do not get me started. I got so many. I know people that were on depression pills, and they strive to OD, kill themselves on the depression pills. So they go back to the doctor, and guess what the doctor does? Gives them a stronger prescription. So if I try to kill myself via these pills, and I go back to you and say, all right, I tried to kill myself via these pills, the solution should not be give me a stronger dosage, stronger prescription. That doesn't even make any sense. You must just really want me to kill myself. So I done seen that. And then I have seen, and I spoke about this in a previous video. What is it? I forgot how I go. I had a client dealing with depression. So via that depression, like the medication that she was on for the depression, it created the condition for insomnia. So she had trouble sleeping. So then she went to go get medication for the insomnia. The side effect for the medication for the insomnia was suicidal thoughts. So you gonna give somebody that's suffering from depression some medication to treat their insomnia, where the side effect is suicidal thoughts. Please make that make sense to me. Please make that make sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense. Kev, what's going on with you, my brother? Funky the Observer, most definitely. Only person that can stop you is you. Period. Period. Rude boy, yep. I agree with the breakdown. Kevin, when it comes to sleep, I've been working on that, man. So I'm striving to get, like, this is the thing, too, a lot of people don't know and understand, that the healthier you are, like the healthier that you eat, the healthier that you become, the less sleep that you actually need. Like, you really only need about 8 hours of sleep if you're not that healthy. Like, I'm good to roll off about 6 hours. And I was studying a lot of healthy people as well, and they say the same thing. They don't really need 8 hours of sleep. They don't need 8 hours of sleep. Like, the healthier you are, it's actually science behind that. The healthier you are, the less sleep you actually need. So I'm able, if I get about 6 or 7 hours, man, I'm good to roll. So I'm getting about 7 hours on average, maybe. Beast reincarnated, most definitely. It don't come overnight, man. I hate saying Rome wasn't built in a day, but it wasn't. You know, greatness takes time. Yeah, D, we chilling. We gonna continue to chill. Like I said, that's the feds. We don't speak to the feds. We don't talk to the feds. We don't do it. We don't associate with them. Yeah, Queen J, that's why I tell people, man, get in tune with yourself. And when you get in tune with yourself, you get in tune with nature. You get in tune with the universe. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Swag, yeah, I do it depending on the goal, but I do intermittent fasting like every day. I'm pretty much intermittent fasting right now. I haven't had anything this morning, and I got me a workout in, man. I hit the weights hard, so I haven't eaten anything this morning as of yet. So I intermittent fast pretty much every day. As far as like 24-hour fast, it depends on what my goals are at the time. So I haven't hit a 24-hour fast in a minute, man, some months. I'm going to get back on that soon. But right now, I'm focused on kind of like bulking up a little bit. And I do a lot more fasting like when it's warmer outside. Trying to cut up, shred up, things of that nature. Yeah, Queen J, a lot of people don't understand that, man. You drink too much water, it's a condition for that. So too much of anything is a bad thing. And before I answer everybody's question, before I get back to everything else here. One thing I also don't like, it's a few things that I don't like too when it comes to like being healthy. I can't stand when people say they're gonna die anyway. That's stupid. And I done broke down why I think that's stupid. But then one thing I don't like is when I start talking about all the chemicals, when we start talking about the chemicals in the food, the processed foods, this is another favorite argument that people like to utilize. Oh, well, we don't know what they putting on them fruits and vegetables. They spraying those fruits and vegetables with this, that, and the third. I say, okay, cool, bet. All right, so I'm like, I have given people practices to determine whether or not a product is good or bad for you. I don't know if you all remember this, but I was like, you can place that object up to your heart and you stand in that relaxed state and your body gonna either swing forward or backwards. If it goes forward, that means the product is good for you. If it is bad for you, you will go backwards. You will almost fall back. So I'm like, all right, if you believe that way, there's two ways you can go about it. You can do that simple test, or you can simply just eat more fruits and vegetables and see how your body responds to it. So don't tell me they put all this stuff in the fruits and vegetables and you not willing to live that lifestyle when I am willing to live that lifestyle. I'm telling you that I feel much better in regards to eating the fruits and vegetables. So stop with those arguments and stop making these excuses. Please. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Yeah, rude boy. It's called iatrogenic deaths. So listen, last time I checked, the number was like 250,000 a year. It could be more in regards to medical errors being the cause of death. Medical errors being the cause of death, man. That's almost one of the leading causes of death. It's one of those. It's like in the top 10. Medical errors is in the top 10 in regards to leading causes of death a year. That's crazy. That's why I don't trust them. Mr. Black, when it comes to the powder greens, it depends on the green. Like I got wheatgrass, I got kelp powder, like spirulina, chlorella. Like I don't have any problem with the powdered greens, like the super greens. And that just comes off of my experience with using them. Like I can actually feel the benefits from using like the powdered super greens. And I used to actually get the super greens. That I think the mixture was wheatgrass, spirulina, and chlorella. So I like those powder super greens. Tryon, most definitely. Oh, Bonify, you quit cold turkey? That's powerful to be able to do that cold turkey. Yeah, the turmeric, the black pepper, all of that. People sleep on the spices. Turmeric, black pepper, the ginger, the garlic, superfoods again. Be cool. I listen to all types of music. I listen to all types of music. But I don't listen to a lot of mainstream music at all. Like I don't even, man, I didn't even, it was some type of award show that just happened recently. I'm so out of the loop, man. I'm like an old head, but I'm really not that old. But I was so out of the loop. I'm like, man, what is everybody talking about in the award? They talking about such and such got snubbed. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Man, I don't be paying attention to none of that. I don't pay attention to any of that. That's crazy. Like I don't listen to a lot of mainstream nonsense. I don't pay attention to a lot of mainstream nonsense. Because a lot of it is just what I said, nonsense. Oh yeah, but don't do the Benadryl. I remember, boy, back in the day, Benadryl is powerful. That stuff used to not. No, yeah, Benadryl is deadly. Yeah, Queen J, those herbs, man, do some cleansing. Herbs and do some cleansing. Like I had a feeling way back in the day, and you know that's all mercury. So it's like things like chlorella and whatnot. Chlorella, spirulina, like they help remove that mercury. Remove those metals from the system. Tryon, man, listen. Capitalism to a T. KFM, I fool both of those. It's, you know what's crazy? It's a lot that's going on. Like a lot of people, I just saw this on Facebook that you mentioned CMOS. A lot of people hold CMOS to a high regard, and you got people now that's out here to prove that CMOS is not as powerful and potent as people are making it seem to be. So that's crazy. Now it's a war on CMOS right now. So people are attacking the people that's talking about CMOS in this high regard. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I just saw like a Facebook post where somebody was trying to basically say CMOS is not as beneficial as people make it seem to be. So that's just crazy. But I rock with CMOS. I got CMOS powder. I don't have the actual CMOS. I got a powder form, and it works good for me. RB. I mean, it depends on what type of fast you're doing, but I mean, that's going to be a byproduct of it, especially if you like toxic. Because one thing that's going to happen when you fasting, those toxins are hitting that bloodstream. So you're going to feel weak. That's going to happen. The more you fast, though, the easier it becomes. And the cleaner you become, the easier the fast becomes. But fasting, you definitely will feel weak, especially like if you consume a lot of toxic foods before transitioning into the fast. That's why it's important you got to prep for the fast. So you got to eat light meals. You got to eat clean before you go into the fast, or else you will feel terrible. So you got to eat light, man, like salads, fruits, and things of that nature, like the day before you go into your fast. But if you eat like heavy meals, heavy foods, and then fast, man, you're going to feel horrible. So it's a science into fasting. Yeah, bona fide. Yeah, there you. That'd be a good approach. Like you said, you got to find out what works for your body, and then adapt and adjust, and keep it rolling. D is two ways you can go about water. That you got people that say a gallon a day, then you got half your body weight in ounces. I say no more than a gallon. You don't need no more than a gallon of water a day. So if you could just get up to a gallon a day, that's fine. Or if you want to do half your body weight in ounces, that's fine. But you don't need no more than a gallon of water a day. And then the way that you drink it, a lot of people, they gulp the water down. Like you want to sip that water throughout the day. Humble beginnings. That's one thing, and I can speak on experience in regards to like the soy, because that's one of the things that I had to drop, because when I was transitioning to like veganism, and I fell victim to that, eating those meat alternatives filled with a lot of soy. So I just made the decision. I said, man, I'm about to drop that. I'm about to drop it. So yeah, I can definitely do. It's a lot of different information on soy, man. So I'm gonna have to do a whole video just dedicated to that. Yeah, Bonafide Bloom. That's what I was basically getting at. It's a lot of different. That's one of those topics. That's one of those topics where we need to get an unbiased perspective on it, because you got people that just don't fool with soy. You got people that fool with soy. It's the type of soy is what people don't understand. The type of soy is the problem. Because one of the studies that people tend to go by when they talk about how terrible soy is, that was a flawed study in regards to because one of the things that people link soy to is infertility in regards to like men, and then like man boobs and things like that. But one of the studies that people go by is a study that was conducted, I think it was like on 2 men, and they consumed an enormous amount of like soy, and it led to all these types of problems. But the thing about that study was the dudes that they conducted the study on, they were already overweight and obese, and then they also ate trash along with the soy. So that was like a bad study. So it's like I want to present all that type of evidence in regards to talking about soy. Like it's a lot that needs to be discussed in regards to that topic. It's a lot that needs to be discussed in regards to that topic from an unbiased perspective. Because I did a lot of research in regards to like soy. Yeah, down to see the gallon a day with the lemon and lime juice. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, beast reincarnated. Even the COVID numbers can go up all they want, because I ain't worried about COVID at all. I started worrying about the COVID like a week after it became public. I'm not worried about it at all. We know how to protect ourselves. We good. We COVID killers around here. OG, OG Low, yeah, Trump a funny dude. A lot of stuff he say I don't take it serious. I'm not concerned about a lot of stuff that he says. Yeah, Mr. Black, you got it. Cali Red, you can give it up. You can give it up. Just start with moderation. If you eat meat every day, eat it every 2 days. Like slowly but surely. But you can give it up though, because trust me, this is another thing that people don't understand. I don't think you could have consumed meat more than I did before I switched over to vegetarianism. When I say I was a savage, listen, I ate meat and like junk food. That's it. That's all I ate. Meat, junk food. Like, I'm surprised that I held up for as long as I did in regards to, because I was, being active probably saved my life. But I ate meat, junk food. You gave me a plate of food, I'm going to eat all the meat on that plate, and then I'm going to look at the other food, and I just throw it away. And I just went right to, like, the snacks. I ate meat, and I ate snacks. And I ate fast food. That's it. That's it. So you can't get more, you can't eat more meat than I did within the first 19 years of my life. So I feel if I can do it, I'm telling you, I was crazy out here with the meat. Oh, beast reincarnated. That's why I tell everybody just load up. Load up on weapons. Load up on everything, man. Protect yourself. OG Low, Mos Def, Yasin Bey, that Mathematics is that joint. Black on Both Sides. That's a classic album. Funky the Observer, yeah, man. I'm telling you, I get 6 hours of sleep and I'm good to roll. It's people that be getting 8 or 9 hours of sleep and they be looking at me like they need coffee and stuff like that. I'm good to roll after about 6 hours. Hurts, the sugar in the fruit, not something that you should be concerned about, only if you consume too much. Which, again, too much of anything can harm you. So when the fruit, I recommend just eating fruit in the morning time. So once 12 o'clock hits, once noon hits, then you want to either stop consuming the fruits or really minimize the consumption of it. So that's how I recommend dealing with fruit. But that's the sugar that your body needs and craves. So no, it's not harmful. Only if you consume too many or too much. And that's with anything. To remove the mercury and the metals, get you some spirulina and some chlorella. Those powder, you can get them in powdered form. Those joints remove that mercury and the metals from the body. Beast reincarnated, they've been talking about martial law since I've been born. I was born in 1990. I think that was George Bush Sr. They was talking about martial law then. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. RB, most definitely. I can do a little video on preparing for the fast. For instance, when I was playing football, I actually became, when I was playing football, initially when I first had started playing college ball, I was not vegetarian, I was not vegan. I started to make my transition while I was playing football. But I was more so vegetarian, and I was eating a lot of things. I was honestly eating a lot of bread that I wasn't supposed to be eating. But at that point, man, I was at the, the food court, not the food court, but I was eating the college food and whatnot, so it was like limited options. So they had like a lot of like just nonsense I wasn't supposed to be eating. So I was eating a lot of trying to eat a lot of salads, but I was eating a lot of eggs too at that point. And I don't eat eggs now. So I was eating a lot of salads, eggs, bagels, just like potatoes and stuff like that because that's what I had access to trying to do it in college. Now that was complicated. Trying to eat healthier in college was a little bit complicated. So I was eating a lot of nonsense, but I still tried to make sure I was consuming like a bunch of greens and veggies and whatnot. But I didn't play ball while I was vegan. I did that after the fact, but I've been like powerlifting and stuff while being vegan. So y'all probably gonna see me in like a powerlifting meet next year or so. Doing it the vegan way. So I'm gonna document all that. I'm gonna show people what they need to eat if you striving to be as strong as possible. So I'm gonna demonstrate all that. So just stay tuned with that. And I'm gonna go compete. And I'm doing it for a reason, just to let people know, like, hey, you can be the strongest person in the room consuming fruits, veggies, nuts, and seeds, and beans. See, Terenzo, that's the thing, too, about, that's another thing about soy. It's like the GMO soy, that's true. But the actual organic soy, it's a different type of estrogen. It's like plant estrogen. And that's different from human estrogen. The plant estrogen is not harmful. And when you eat the organic soy, that's the estrogen that you're getting from that. You're getting the plant estrogen. And a lot of people don't know the difference between the plant estrogen and the human estrogen. So that's why I say there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to like soy. A lot of misunderstandings. And I gotta break some of that down. Queen J, most definitely. Like I said, I eliminated the soy personally, but like I said, it's just then you got to experiment. When it comes to soy too, that's one of the things you got to experiment because some people have allergies to that stuff like gluten, like you just mentioned with gluten. So for my body, I was just experiment. I was like, let me see how my body responds once I remove the soy, and I just kind of like how my body responded. But for some people, they can do it in moderation. The right type of soy, organic soy, like soybeans and stuff like that, that can be beneficial for some people. But right now, I currently the only way that I would consume the soy is if it was in a product, like I didn't know it was in a particular type of food. Somebody served me something that had soy in it, you know. Legit gains, man. I don't count any type of calories. To be honest with you, I'm not a calorie counter, so I don't count my macros. I don't count them at all. And one of the like I just be picking out, man. When it's time, like depending on the season. So right now, like I said, I'm kind of like bulking up, lifting, man. So I be picking out, man, because for one, I'm just a hard gainer in and of itself, and then the foods that I eat not gonna really put much weight on you. So I'm able to just like not count calories. So I don't really have to count them. Tryon, most definitely, man. I tell people all the time, I was a savage out here, man. I was a savage when it come to eating. You probably couldn't eat worse than I did. I'm telling you. That hence why I had stuff like cavities and whatnot at a very young age. Like I had all these type of problems. Gluten is like a glue sticking to your intestines and whatnot. Yeah, I recommend a lot of people just stay away from the gluten. Zucco, yeah, I got plenty of people that did me dirty back in the day that tried to get back into my life, but guess what? Nope, didn't entertain it. Oh yeah, Mac, that boy, them grapes, man. I love grapes, man. Beast reincarnated. I mean, salmon is cool if you gotta eat meat. Just don't consume too much of it. Every other day if you can. Yeah, Queen J. Yeah, you learned early and you took heed to the sign. Oh, no doubt, Lorenzo, no doubt. Listen, y'all, man, I'm on. It's crazy because this been a good stream, man. But I'm on my phone and it's crazy phone about to die. We didn't just got the building. This was a beautiful build, beautiful dialogue, beautiful interaction. I always tend to have some beautiful interactions when I go live straight from my gym. That's crazy. But I got to get up out of here, man, because I got to get to this charger because this phone about to die. I don't want to just be building like I was last time and my phone dies on me because that's what happened last time. I was up in here, phone just went out on me. That was the end of that stream. So I want to give y'all a heads up. So again, I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm going to see y'all Saturday. I may go live via the gym. I don't know. Who knows? But I'll see you all Saturday, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday. Y'all enjoy your Friday. Y'all stay peaceful out here, man. Stay healthy. Focus on that elevation. Focus on being productive. Build on the positive. Destroy the negative, man. Y'all be easy out here. Peace, y'all.